So I only went to this island because it was on the way to somewhere else. I wasn't even trying to go here, and it ended up being my favorite island in all of Thailand. Not top 3, number 1. Let me tell you about Koh Chang. Here's the thing, my whole plan was Koh Kood. That was the island I actually wanted to see. And Koh Chang just happened to be a stop along the way, so I figured, why not? I'll break up the trip and spend a few days here first. I had zero expectations. I thought it was going to be a quick layover island on my way to Koh Kood. And then I got here, and within about a day, I was already doing the math in my head on when I was going to come back here. That rarely happens to me. So if you've never heard of Koh Chang, keep watching, because this place is such a hidden gem. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, getting to Koh Chang is a bit of a journey. I started in Phuket, so first I flew from Phuket up to Bangkok. Then from Bangkok, here's where it gets kind of wild. I booked a van that drives you about 5 hours to the ferry port in Trat, and then the van literally drives straight onto a ferry. You don't get out. The whole van rolls onto the boat crosses over to the island, and then the same van drives you off the ferry and takes you all the way to your hotel. So it's airport to van to ferry to your front door, all in one booking. I booked the entire thing through 12Go Asia, which made it stupid easy because I didn't have to figure out a single connection myself. I just showed up and let it happen. Is it a trek? Yeah, it's a real travel day. But the distance is exactly why this island is what it is. It's far enough out that the crowds just don't make the trip, and you're about to see what that does to a place. Because the first thing you notice on Koh Chang is how empty it is. And I mean that as the highest compliment. There are barely any tourists here. Some days it genuinely felt like I had whole stretches of the island to myself. After being in busier parts of Thailand, this was a different planet. No crowds, no fighting for the same photo, no packed beaches, none of that. Just space, nature, and quiet. That emptiness became the whole reason I fell for it. But I'll be honest with you, it comes with a trade-off, and the trade-off is how you get around here. So normally on a Thai island, I'd rent a motorbike and just go. On Koh Chang, I didn't, and I want to be real with you about why. The roads here are no joke. They are steep, they are winding, and they are not very busy, which sounds nice until you realize that if something goes wrong, there aren't a lot of people around to help. Personally, I did not feel safe driving here as a foreigner, and I highly recommend that no foreigner rents a motorbike here unless you're truly experienced. So here's what I did instead. You get around by Song Tao, which are those red pickup trucks with benches in the back. I saw one parked and the driver had her WhatsApp QR code right there on the truck. So I scanned it, I texted her, and she basically became my personal driver for the entire time I was on the island. Anytime I wanted to go somewhere, I'd message her and she'd show up. That right there is a little Koh Chang travel hack. If you find a driver you like, get their WhatsApp, and you're set for the whole trip. My first full day, I explored the west side of the island. This is the more developed side where most people stay because this is where you've got your restaurants, your beaches with stuff actually around them, the conveniences. I went to Kai Bay Beach and Lonely Beach. Two beautiful spots, very chilled out, very much that laid back island energy. Now, I do have to mention one thing, and I'm telling you because I'd want someone to tell me. At Kai Bay Beach, I saw an elephant. And I know on a Thailand video, an elephant sounds like a magical moment, but this was not an ethical situation. So I'm not going to romanticize it. I'm just going to be honest that it was there and it wasn't right. If you care about that stuff, and I hope you do your research and only support genuine ethical sanctuaries, the kind where the animals aren't being used for rides or photos. The west side is a great home base, but it's not the part of the island that made my jaw drop. That was the next day. The east side of Koh Chang is the most epic part of the island. It takes about an hour to drive all the way around to it, and once you're out there, there's basically nothing there but nature. No restaurants lined up, no shops, none of the conveniences you get on the west side. And that's exactly the point. That's why most people stay on the other side. But for me, the east side was the whole reason this island became my favorite. I'm going to try to describe it, and I already know I'm going to fall short. The only way I can put it is that it looked like something out of a screensaver. Like one of those default backgrounds that's so perfect, you assume it's fake. Except I was standing in it. And I'll be honest with you, the footage you're watching right now, the photos, none of it will ever do it justice. It really, really doesn't. What I saw with my own eyeballs was on another level. You kind of have to go and see it yourself. And then there was Koh Ngam. This was the moment. To get there, you drive all the way down to the southern tip of Koh Chang on the east side, and then you take a tiny boat for about 5 minutes over to this teeny tiny little island that's basically a sandbar in the middle of the water. That's it. That's the whole place. And it was the single most beautiful spot I've seen in all of Thailand to date. I wanted to get a drone shot so badly because I knew from the air it would be unreal. So I put my drone up, and almost immediately security stopped me and told me that I couldn't fly. And you know what? It's okay. Honestly, it forced me to just stand there and take it in with my own two eyes instead of through a screen. And maybe that was the point. Some places you're just supposed to witness, not film. And I can't talk about Koh Chang without talking about the sunsets, because they were absolutely epic. Every single evening, the sky put on a show. So here's where I land on this island. Koh Chang is a genuine, off-the-beaten-path hidden gem. It's empty, it's quiet, it's wildly beautiful, and the vibe out here is just so good. The only things keeping me from living here are how far out of the way it is and those roads. If you fix the roads, I'd move here tomorrow. I'm not even exaggerating. So if you're building out a Thailand trip and you want somewhere that still feels like a secret, put Koh Chang on the list. Go before everybody else figures it out. If this made you want to book a flight, you already know what to do. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out the rest of my Thailand series. I've also got my free Koh Chang travel map and all of my links down in the description below to help you plan the exact trip I did.